is Nina, and I'm here today to try and persuade you to adopt your pet and not buy. God said, I need somebody strong enough to pull sleds and find bombs, yet gentle enough to love babies and lead the blind. Somebody who will spend all day on the couch with the rested head and supportive eyes to lift the spirits of a broken heart. So God made a dog. This anonymous writer's words ring true. A wet nose, soulful eyes, and a heart big enough to love even when love is not returned. To me, that is the definition of a dog. They are your best friends, and they will love you even when you are at your worst. They can make your worst day better, and they will comfort you in your time of need. That is the sole purpose in life, but for most, they are not given this chance. According to a survey done by the National Council, an average of 4.3 million animals passed through the shelters, and of those, 64% were euthanized. This number is due to overcrowding in shelters. Luckily, some of these animals do get a second chance, and they are adopted. A survey from the American Humane Society states that 25% of these animals are adopted into a good home. With so many animals in need of love, why would you want to buy a puppy that could possibly be from a puppy mill when you could give one in need a good home? What is a puppy mill? According to the ASPCA, a puppy mill is a large-scale commercial dog breeding operation where profit is given priority over the dog's well-being. In other words, these dogs are bred over and over until they are unable to have puppies. They are kept in cramped, unsanitary conditions. They do not have sufficient food or water, and they rarely see a vet for proper care. Genetic defaults are also not taken into consideration when breeding. That is why people end up with dogs who have genetic disorders such as epilepsy, heart disease, kidney disease, blood disorder, and many others. PETA constructed an undercover investigation of puppy mills and found that most often the dogs in these mills did not have any bedding to sleep on and no protection from the cold or heat. With lack of veterinary visits, dogs were seen with illnesses such as oozing eyes, extreme ear infections, mange, and blistered sore feet. Investigators have observed dogs circling frantically in their small cages and pacing ceaselessly back and forth, oblivious to anything around them, their only way of coping with despair. Buyers beware. Buying online can contribute to the puppy mills. The SFSPCA reports that most dogs bought online are in fact from puppy mills. They place ads with photographs of healthy, beautiful puppies. They pull at your heartstrings and you buy them. Once you get the puppy, though, he or she does not look like the one you saw online. That is, if you get the dog at all. Some of the posts are actually scams, and they get your money and you get nothing. This is not to say that shelter dogs do not come with difficulties. With any living thing, they get sick and need a doctor. You have to care for them. They become part of your family and take pieces of your heart. The difference is they are being given a second chance on life, and you are their salvation. On September 28, 2012, the ASPCA released a poll that showed that people who adopt their companion pet from a shelter are much happier with their pet than people who purchase their pet. The reason behind this is in part that shelter pets require less veterinary care. These owners are twice as likely to refer their friends and family to the shelter they adopted from. Gail Butchwald, Vice President of the ASPCA Adoption Center, stated, "There are 3 to 4 million dogs living in shelters who would make a fantastic addition to anyone's family. All they need is a second chance. If you need another reason to adopt a pet, then how about health benefits? A University of Wisconsin-Madison pediatrician, Dr. James E. Jern, has done a number of studies proving that parents who are exposing their children to pets in their home at an early age will decrease their likelihood of having pet allergies by 33%. In fact, studies also show that they will develop stronger immune systems as a result. They help in your socialization. Pets are great icebreakers and can improve your social skills. Who knows, your dog could help you meet the one. A companion pet's love could heal your heart, literally. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention and the National Institute of Health have compiled studies that show patients who own pets have decreased blood pressure, lower cholesterol, and triglycerides. This lowers the risk of heart attack. Pets also speed up recovery time for those who've had heart attacks. Need a personal trainer? Dogs can help there too. The Wellness Institute at Northwest Memorial Hospital states, as long as you're the one holding the leash, you'll reap the rewards, which include losing or at least maintaining weight. In 2002, State University of New York at Buffalo conducted a study on stress levels. Their findings were surprising. People's stress levels dropped dramatically when their pets were around while they were doing stressful tasks. When their spouse, family, or friends were around while doing the same tasks, stress levels did not drop as much. My husband loved that one.
That's true.
I suppose that if dogs were like people, they would eventually give up on us. But they never do. A dog's love is almost impossible to destroy because it is not a love you earn. It is simply a love you are given. It's no secret, pets make you feel better. When you're sad or lonely or just had a bad day, they help eliminate depression and bring a smile to your face. So if you're in the market for a companion, one who will love you unconditionally and think you hung the moon, then visit your local shelter and give a forgotten angel a second chance. Thank you. Yes?
What are some of the adoption agencies around here that are good?
A lot of people want to go to a no-kill shelter, and all the no-kill shelters are really awesome. The ones that are in the most danger are the ones that are at your local shelters because they're in danger of being euthanized. No-kill shelters only take the healthy pets. They don't take any pets that they do not see them ever being adopted, where your shelter will take any pet and look after it to a certain extent. So if I was going to recommend, I would just Google your local shelter, the one that's nearest to you, and go there. Any other questions?
How many pets do you have?
I have 2 dogs and 2 cats that all think they're human. And then I have cats in my yard. People just keep throwing them in my yard. And I feel bad and I feed them. And my husband's like, they're going to stay if you feed them. So, my pets, I have a small beagle bird dog that my husband found. Somebody had thrown her out of a car, and he found her in a ditch, and her front paw was broken, and her back leg was broken, and she was missing all of her teeth, and she was very malnutrition. And when we took her to the vet said pretty much somebody tortured her and then threw her out. And then I have a lab mixed with something else. I'm not quite sure what she's mixed with, but somebody threw her out in my yard, and I was getting ready to go to work, and I started to back out, and I see this tail in my rearview mirror, and I'm like, what is that? So we looked for her owners, but nobody ever came, so we ended up keeping her. And then cats just, they take up with you and claim you.
Are you more of a cat or a dog person?
I'm a mixture of both. I like both. I have, our newest addition to our family is a cat, and his name is Crowley, and he thinks he's a dog, I believe, because most cats, they only want your attention when they want your attention. This, I can pick him up anytime and lay on him, and he does not care. And that's more traits of a dog than I would see in a cat, but so I'm kind of a mixture of both. Any other questions? Okay, thank you. I got one more.